Hi ladies, I'm back with another tip, and today's tip is to find yourself in a position where you can be financially secure. So work on creating a impressive financial portfolio for yourself. So I'm here at my bank, BB&T, and there's not a better feeling than to be financially able to take care of yourself. So that's my tip. Number 6 is to work on building a impressive financial portfolio so that you don't have to depend on anyone for anything, because you're starting all over, and people unfortunately sometimes are waiting for you to fail, but prove everyone wrong. You may have to give up some things to get where you want to be financially, but it's okay. Just don't put yourself in a position, because I have done it, where I had to go back to my ex. So I'm working hard these days, having different streams of income, giving up things that I love to do. For instance, I love handbags. This is my Army Green Coach handbag, but I had to sacrifice and not go shopping so much. It's okay to splurge sometimes, but because that's one of the things I love the most, and to get where I want to go, I have to sacrifice not shopping and getting those handbags. So that's my tip number 6. Work very hard to have several streams of income so you can build yourself a very lucrative and impressive financial portfolio so that you can depend only on yourself. Okay, girls? So I'm gonna be back with another tip. I'm a busy day. I'll just finish eating my breakfast, and I needed to stop by the bank. So that's my tip for the day. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my lovelies. I hope everyone is doing well. I am back with another tip for living my best single life in spite of some difficulties that I'm facing right now. But I stopped by to encourage you as I encourage myself. Excuse my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather, and I've lost my voice a little bit. But I wanted to give you tip number 7. The last tip number 6, was to build your financial portfolio. And when you get that financial portfolio built, learn to say no. That's tip number 7. Learn to say no, because people will love you to death when you're able to do things for them. But when you get in a bind, you can't call on anyone. Don't get in a situation and you're not as healthy per se financially, people will turn their backs on you. So that's tip number 7. Learn to say no. And tip number 8, build high self-esteem. I'm going through something personally right now, and this situation is trying to strip me of my self-esteem and my self-worth, but the devil is a lie. I refuse to continue in this particular situation because it's wearing me down mentally and physically. I have a spirit that I love to help people. I love to give all of me to help people who are less fortunate, who may be in a specific situation and can't do what they normally will be able to do. So I find myself just giving. But sometimes this is a setup. We have to pray more and be careful and be mindful of the people that we entertain and allow in our circles, in our lives. Because the situation that I'm currently in, I'm going to have to put an end to it. This is almost the end of 2020, and I've been in this situation for 7 years, and I've had enough. It's hard to let go, but this situation is breaking me. So I refuse to let this situation and this individual continue to break me down and tear up my self-worth and my self-esteem after all I've invested into this situation and this person. So I'm taking back my power as of today. Yesterday was a hard day, and I've been having chest pain because I'm so stressed out trying to make an individual happy, and it's not appreciated. But I've made up in my mind that enough is enough, and I will take back my power. Although this individual says you have no power, the devil is a lie. God has given me power. So I'm going to take it back, and I'm going to take back my high self esteem, my high caliber, my high self worth. The devil is a lie. So that's tip number 8. Take authority over your self esteem and know your self worth. Tip number 8. And that's what I have for you. I'll be back in a little while. I'm driving and I need to stay focused. I'll have another tip 9 and 10 for you in another segment. Be blessed, be happy, and happy holidays. Bye bye. Hello, my ladies. I am back with the final 2 tips to my segment, Being Happily Single After Marriage. Tip number 9 is to control the stress in your life. Don't let the stress control you. When you are ending a marriage, you feel all types of emotions, and stress will overwhelm you if you let it. You got an ending marriage, and if you're not um, financially secure as much as you want to, you got that issue wondering what you're going to do now, which way you're going to go. So all types of situations and stress comes from ending a marriage. But we have to trust God. We're entering a new transition. We wanted our marriages to work, but it didn't work. So now we're entering a new phase in our lives, and stress will overwhelm us if we allow it. So that's my tip. Control the stress in your life. Don't let the stress control you. Don't allow so much stress and being so overwhelmed to make you make bad judgment and bad decisions, because it can help, because we're in a very vulnerable stage and our mindset is not where it should be. And that's understandable because we're going through a disappointment in life. We're going through a heartbreak in life. So don't let that stress overwhelm you and cause you to find yourself in a situation that you will not be happy with, and it's just going to add more stress to the already stressful life that you have. So don't let the stress overwhelm you. I allowed someone in my life after a couple of years of being separated, and this individual had me so stressed out. I shared a recent photo of me in the hospital because I was having chest pains and shortage of breath. So, because I got myself in a situation and I just got tired of being alone, I just wanted to have someone to talk to, and I allowed this person in my life, and they became a very stressful person, a very stressful entity in my life. So I had to make a decision. What's most important? My health, my mental status, my well being, or trying to keep this relationship, because after 3 years now, I'm just tired of being um, alone and just want some friendship. Not a serious relationship, just a friendship. But this person is very controlling. So it had me stressed out. So don't let the stress control you, ladies. Control the stress, because it will make you make some bad judgments and some bad decisions, and we don't want that. And finally, I say the best for last. Tip number 10 is so important. Know your worth. Don't be needy. Know your worth. Don't settle. Be patient with the process. We're going through a different phase in life. We're going through a transition, and we have to be patient. The most important thing we can do at this phase And at this stage in our lives, it's just stay connected to God because our hearts have been broken, we have been disappointed, we are sad, we are very emotional. We don't want to just settle for anything, just to try to get rid of all of that pain. I truly believe that only God can heal that type of pain where you've been heartbroken because of a marriage being broken and ending. So, tip number 10, know your worth, be patient, have faith in God, and just wait it out. If God wants you to have another relationship, trust Him that He's going to send the right person in your life. So I'm encouraging you as I encourage myself because my heart feels a little sad today because of my friend who I thought was a true friend. Um, is kind of controlling. And I don't need that. I just came out of a marriage, although it's been 3 years. I don't need that. So I rather just fall back and just focus on my prayer for life and praying that God would send the right person in my life and just be patient with the process. We have to trust the process that God knows what's best for us. He knows what we need and what's meant to be is going to be. So I tell you that because I'm telling myself that. I've gotten to a place where I'm going to be content and happy by myself single until God says differently. So, ladies, those are my tips of being happily single after marriage. I hope one or two, something that I've said in 10 tips in 2 segments, in 2 videos, has helped you in some way and can be encouraging to you some way because we have to encourage each other because we as women we go through so much and it's a hard thing when you've put so much into a relationship, a marriage, and it don't work. I'm not saying that I'm always happy. I think about my marriage, and even though I'm not with my ex, deep down I still love him because we have 2 children together. So just take care of yourself. Most of all, take care of your mental health. I'm working on that. It's so important to invest in exercising and eating healthy and just finding yourself. That's what we have to do as we transition. We have to find ourselves. We first of all have to love ourselves first again because in the marriage, a broken marriage, it takes away everything. And sometimes we don't love ourselves anymore because that individual didn't love us the way that they said they did. So it causes us to kind of not love ourselves, but we have to love ourselves first before we try to get into another relationship because people can see whether or not we truly love ourselves. And if we don't love ourselves, it tends to push them away. So, ladies, love yourself first. And then trust God and trust the process that God will send the right person in your life to love you back. God bless you all. I hope you are encouraged and you are inspired. You're going to make it. I'm going to make it through this transition because God has everything that we need, and we just have to trust His process. You be blessed until my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope something I've said has encouraged you in some way. I love you guys. Bye bye.